League SBCs have finally been added to Ultimate Team, which means we can now go through infinite packs. But with that, there is quite a bit of a grind. There's several steps to this method if you're trying to do it in the most efficient way possible. And in today's video, I'm going to break down everything. But before we do get into the video, if you're not wanting to spend time grinding SBCs, then there is no better place than U4GM. They offer cheap, fast and reliable FC24 coins. There is a link in the description down below, and if you use code Fanatic, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Thank you U4GM for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into it. With the new content, EA has released 2 new SBCs. Well, in fact, they've released more than 2, there's actually quite a few. But there's 2 that we're focusing on for today's video. The Mixed League Upgrades and the Premium Mixed League Upgrades. Both of these will be available for the next 40 days, and both require you to complete 4 different teams. Now, if you're like me and you've been playing Ultimate Team since the release date, you may already have quite a few players within your club that will already be able to be used and submitted within these challenges. But eventually you're gonna run out of players. The good news is that there is a method. You just need to be willing to go through the grind to get there. Of course, you could buy these players, but because these are now part of these League SBCs, they've also slightly increased in value, making it more expensive if you were to go through this, and in some cases, depending on the players that you do go for, it's not actually worth it because you will be losing coins unless you get something really good, but it's unlikely to happen. We want to be making profit, and the strategy to do this is as follows. Firstly, you're going to head over to the store and you're going to go down to classic packs, and there you're going to open bronze packs. It'll cost you 750 coins, and out of that pack, you are going to sell the players that do sell, and then you're going to store everything else to your club. Now, there's a slight exception to this, and because I always forget, it's worth noting down the leagues which are required for you to complete these challenges. That way, when you do open a bronze pack and there is a player that sells, but they are part of a league which can be used for these challenges, then you can actually store them to your club. Or you can make a decision, because not every player is created equal. Some are going way more than others. You need to keep this bronze pack method continuously going. As many coins as what you have and as much time as you have, just go for the bronze pack method and keep on building your club. This is going to be a long process. This isn't something where you open a few bronze packs and then you're able to go and complete the challenges. This is you playing the long game here. But with this, it's likely that you'll be able to profit from your bronze packs just by going through these and selling the players that do sell, and that makes everything else more profitable as you go through the challenges. Once you do finally pack enough players and send them to your club, it's now time for us to go over to SBCs. There, you're going to focus on 2 challenges. And no, it's not the league upgrades, not as of yet. You want to focus on bronze upgrades and silver upgrades. This is because we need to upgrade the players that we've just sent over to our club that didn't sell, but also making sure that we don't take any of the players that are in the leagues that are needed to complete the league SBCs. Anyone else you are going to submit to the bronze upgrade, where you're going to be able to go and get silver players, and then with the silver upgrades you're going to be able to go and get common gold players. Anyone that you get that will fit within the mixed league upgrade, you are going to submit them. But just know that you need to keep on going through this cycle as things currently stand. So you go and open bronze packs, you sell those players from those bronze packs that do sell unless they're part of the leagues which are required for the SBCs. With all the players that you store to your club, you're going to put them through the bronze and silver upgrade, yet again making sure that you're not submitting the players that do belong within those leagues which are required for the league upgrades. But with everything else, you're going to submit it, open those packs, and yet again you are going to keep the players that do fit within those leagues and then resubmit everything else into those upgrade SBCs. And you are going to keep this loop going. Once you do this enough, eventually you'll start to build up a backlog of players which can then be used within the premium mixed league upgrade. Now, for you to be able to pack everyone that's required here is unlikely. You may even find that being the case with the mixed league upgrade, but we want to get as many of these players as part of going through this loop because it will make things so much cheaper. Once you do finally get several players as part of the exact same club that belong within Ligue 1 or Eredivisie, that is when you're in a position where it's worth buying any remaining players that you need to complete that challenge. Yes, it would be ideal if you're able to pack everyone, but we're going to be holding off for a very long time. And if that was to happen, especially with the chances of you being able to get those players, the exact players that you need within Ultimate Team at this exact moment, it's going to be next to no chance. You may spend the next 40 days grinding this routine out only for you to open one or two of these packs, when that's not what we want. We want to be able to go through this as efficiently as possible whilst also being able to reap the rewards. So once you do finally get into a position where you have some players to complete these challenges, there's not much of an issue for you to take the rest of the time and some coins to buy the players that are needed to complete the challenge. That way you can then claim your rewards, open your packs, and with what you get inside, that's where we can make some decisions. Because as part of 2 of these individual challenges within the SBC itself, they are tradable rewards. The others are untradable, including the final reward you get for completing every challenge inside. So with this, if you do get any players that do sell and they're not part of these leagues that are needed, then you're going to list them onto the transfer market. Everything else you're going to store to your club and use for other SBCs. If out of your untradable rewards you get a few duplicates, it's worth trying to see if you can swap them over, maybe because the one that's in your club is currently tradable. If not, then you need to start using your unassigned pile so that you can recycle these players back through into other SBCs, whether it be these ones as part of the league upgrades, or whether or not you can throw some within marquee matchups or some of the other challenges which are currently available within Ultimate Team, all because you want to recycle these players as much as possible. And then we go through this loop again. Yes, it is a long one. It is a grind, but this is also why from the very first day when Ultimate Team was released, or I should say FC24 was released and we had access to Ultimate Team, I've been telling you, you should be going through the bronze pack method, because at some point it will be useful. It might be the case where right now bronze players do not sell, but at some point they will be needed. And now we're at that point where they are needed. So if you have been doing this, it's likely you already have quite a few of these players within your club and you can use them. If you're not someone that wants to go through this grind of opening bronze packs, selling the players that do sell, but keeping the ones that are needed for the leagues, going through bronze and silver upgrades to eventually go to the mixed league upgrade, and eventually doing this enough until you get into the premium mixed league upgrade, then the simplest thing to do while still profiting is just to open bronze packs. Don't throw any of the players into SBCs, because whenever you do get a player that's part of these leagues, at the minute they can sell for a couple hundred or even a couple thousand coins depending who you get and what league they play in. This in itself is still profitable. There's better trading methods out there, but with those you're going to have to spend a bit more time and actually somewhat know how to trade. With these, you just keep it going, keep on opening bronze packs, just do a few in between every single game that you play. Do that for the next 40 days and you should be able to make a decent amount of profit. I don't want to promise anything because it is still down to chance. Chance of you packing the right players at the right time. But do this long enough, eventually you will get those players, you will definitely be able to profit from the packs you do open. And then just to make things simple, you can throw all the other players that don't sell into your club and just go for the bronze upgrade, silver upgrade, and then gold upgrade without worrying about what you need to do for the league upgrades. There's certainly a lot of moving parts, but in my opinion, and the fact that I'm recording this as a video, it is certainly worth doing. If done correctly, you can get an infinite amount of packs from this over the next 40 days. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see a bit more from me, then I highly recommend clicking the next video on screen. That video has been specifically selected just for you, so I hope you enjoy.